Hey guys, happy Sunday. Hey Karen Turner. Hey Pepper Ricky. Hey Happy Mac. How's everybody doing? Listen, Pepper, you need me to tell Broke to send me your winning? No? I left it up there. Why change it? Let's keep it going. Let's just keep it going. No problem. I hope you get some great growing in those bags and all of the things. Hey, Mr. BS. Hey, Vita. How you doing? Happy Sunday. This your first time here? Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. This is going to be a good one. So typically, oh, don't do that. I'm just picking with you. Um, Typically on Sundays, um, when I go live, we try to set the mindset for the week, some kind of positive, um, something that you want to achieve during the week to keep, because it's a little mundane. Like getting through the week be a lot sometimes. Hey Rob, how you doing? Happy Sunday. But this one gonna be a little bit different. And it came to me actually, I almost did it as a video a week or so ago. And then I was in a live earlier and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna save this for a video. We're just gonna have a conversation. Hey Miss Cheryl, happy Sunday. So we just gonna have a conversation about it today because I am excited that more people are looking into this. And I feel like, and because I was for some of these people, because they have actually said it, I brought their attention to it. I'm grateful to um, be the person, be someone who can introduce this to the community. What up, bro? So we're gonna talk about it, because all of us ain't gardening on an acre of land like Broke Farmer. Just saying, you know, all of us ain't doing that, and I'm not. I don't have a lot of space in my yard, but I utilize almost all of it. At some point, I have a feeling that I will not have any grass in that backyard at some point. Just saying. Boy, stop. It's a small acre. It sure don't look small. That's for sure. But yeah. And I have to redesign it possibly next year. The thought is I've been looking at how I want to go about my next design for the garden space in my yard. Um, my wood beds are starting to separate and kind of break apart. So I'm like, it might be time to go ahead and um, redo. So it didn't help. What up, Ro? Hey, sis. It didn't help with veggie farming, redoing hers this year, which was already nice, by the way, before she redid it. Let's start with that. Hey, Miss Felicia. Happy Sunday. Already nice garden before she redid it. And it is even better. And I know why she had to do the design she did this time. If you have not seen it, definitely check it out. Miss Felicia, thank you for coming in because I think you're my only mod right now in the chat. If you can drop veggie farming channel in the chat so people who may not be following her can go follow and check out her new garden design. I was like, listen, I was sending this messages like, listen, I got questions. One, blah, 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 blah. I think I asked her like 4 questions. And I had them numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to know these things because I need to know you know, what went into it and as I'm thinking through what I want to do. Just saying. East, west. and irrigation factors in your design. Yeah. I don't feel like I have to worry about the east west part as much because my backyard gets full sun all day, the whole yard. When the sun rises, it gets it more to the backyard just gets it all. The side of the house is really gets affected by the rise and the fall of the sun, to be quite honest. Which I like because things that don't need as much sun, I plant on the side of the house. I have one bed over there. So yeah. Thank you, Miss Felicia. Yes, y'all. Check her out. If y'all are not following Veggie, check her out. Great channel. I think Stacy is in Georgia. Let me know, Broke, if you know if Stacy's in Georgia. She's either Georgia or Texas. I can't remember for sure. I'm sorry, Miss Felicia. I love you though. You know I do. Hey Lynette, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Yeah, and if y'all haven't seen, I did drop a video today. It's part of the $10 a meal, a dinner. I shouldn't say a meal, $10 a dinner series. So showing how you could feed a family of four for $10 a dinner. So yeah, another one dropped today. Although I lost the video, y'all. So for those who have watched the first series, I think I spoke on what I was going to be making from that one. It was supposed to be, and it actually was. I made all three things. Smothered chicken, orange chicken, and a creamy chicken noodle soup. This thing right here, I decided to use it for the first time for the orange chicken. I was attempting to transfer the footage from here to my laptop. And I did something. I don't know what I did, but I lost the video. And y'all, I stressed about it for a little bit. And then I said, it is what it is. I couldn't find it. It's no longer exists. It was not on my computer. I lost it. Hey, Angela. Hey, Tennessee Goddess. How you doing, sis? So y'all don't, the one that has the orange chicken no longer exists. I almost went ahead and did it and just recreated the recipe so that it can be seen, but I wanted to keep it authentic to the spending that I did for those particular foods. And trust me, I really did make it. So I really made it. It really made plenty. Actually, most of those meals, because most of y'all don't know this, probably none of you know this, but there's not 4 people in my house, okay? There's 2 of us, me and my baby girl. So we're not going to eat enough for 4 people. So I was having my oldest come over and they would be able to have those meals for their dinners. So her and her boyfriend would have whatever I fixed for those meals. And she actually ate, because my youngest won't eat the orange chicken. She had orange chicken and rice and broccoli for dinner that night for her boyfriend. And then she also had hers for lunch, and he had the rest of it for dinner the next day. So it does go. It does go. Hey, Shamika, how you doing, sis? Happy Sunday. Did I miss anybody while I was running my mouth about my videos? But if you haven't seen it, those are out. I did not. And so what I was going to talk about today. So I was watching. Hey, G Mama, how you doing? I was watching Growing with Hudson. So Growing with Hudson got a garden plot this year. G HUD has been growing mostly in containers and things outside of her apartment because she lives in an apartment. And last year, I decided I wanted to look into, actually, I think I started looking into it the year before, community gardens. Found that my park not far from me, and it's a very beautiful park. It's actually a garden park. So I knew them for that because they're a garden park of a place that you go to see the beautiful trees and flowers and all that kind of jazz. And they have like workshops where you can bring your kids in there and they'll let you learn how to plant stuff, or you could come in and do that, blah, blah, blah. Found out they have garden plots that they rent, and they're nice size garden plots, like really nice size. Last year, the cost to rent the garden plot for just the spring garden season um, was $20 a year, and to rent it year round, it was $40 a year. They provide compost, wood chips, water, and your plot is tilled up for you the first year you get it. So the year you get it, they till up the ground for you and have it ready for you to do whatever you want to do and get your stuff going. So I was like, you can't beat that. You cannot beat that. And if you do the year round, you can fence your garden plot. You can do whatever you want to it because it's basically your plot. This year, the prices did go up. I'm assuming it went up to 30 for seasonal, and because it was 60 for me to do annual. Anyway, G HUD got there. She is. Hey sis. Growing with Hudson is who I'm calling G HUD. She got a garden plot this year, and we have seen her from the beginning of them tilling up the space, getting the space ready to plant in, to today. She went live as she started putting some plants in place in her plot. So I wanted to talk about that today for those who have said, because I know there's people who said, I don't have space to grow. Or I live in an apartment, so I don't really have a lot of room space to grow, or they won't allow us to do, because some places don't allow for certain things. Maybe you have an HOA, or maybe it's an apartment that doesn't want things on their balconies or whatever. This is an option. Google it and see what's available in your area. Some of them don't cost. Some of them, the cost is sweat equity. So just come into the plot, helping out to get the plots, keep the plots nice, get them ready for planting and things like that. Some only require sweat equity and no money. You can't beat it. And then they're like, even with hers, they provided a lot of the garden tools that you'll use. I mean, they had, it was like a shed or barn or something that had like multiple of everything. So it's all there. I don't know what's all provided within hers. That's right. No excuses unless there's not one near you. Hey, Miss Kia. But I just was like, hey, Dave, I didn't see you come in. How you doing? Happy Sunday. I just wanted to bring that back around. For those who even maybe you do grow at home in your small space, but you would love to be able to grow more food in a bigger space. It's an option. I mean, I don't have a big backyard. Most people have seen it and think it's a lot. I do grow quite a bit back there. Don't get me wrong. But I'm able to I have less limitations with this plot. I take my watermelon out there, my squash, all the vining stuff, because I can just let it do what it do. And I don't have to be concerned about the things that I want to grow back in the backyard. I have so much space this year, and I share this plot with a friend because I didn't feel like I can utilize the whole space. I was like, it's a lot. She's not sure she's going to be able to do anything this year, but even so, there's a plot next to me that looked like it got abandoned. I will find out this week because I already put in that interest in that plot. So I might have 2 plots out there. I might, but I have so much space even this year that I'm going to be growing in. I've been going over the plants more and more. I'm not even really sure how much I'm going to be growing in my backyard. Mostly, I know my brassicas are going to be growing back there, and like carrots, celery, stuff like that. My herbs, my strawberries, stuff like that. All my fruit trees will stay here. But I'm thinking, I already was going to do my tomatoes out there. I'm thinking about doing my peppers out there too. I don't know. I'm still going to do okra out there. I'm going to do, like I said, my squash, my watermelon, my corn. I'm just saying, y'all, it's always an option. And in my opinion, hey, did I speak to you, Angela? If I didn't, hey, Angela. um, but and TLC, hey sis, I didn't see you come in either. Um, but I think it's $60. That's not bad. Water supply is there. Like there's a spigot there. I actually bought the connector to the spigot that gives that allows for 4 hoses to be plugged in at once, because you're out there, when you're out there, you don't know what other people are going to be out there tending to their plots. So you're not having to wait or whatever. I put that on there. Everybody surrounding us have been respectful of it. It stayed. I was worried that somebody might try to take it and put it on somebody else's spigot. They did not. It's worked out great. So it was never a time where somebody was waiting. Even if it was like 2 or 3 of us there, it was never 4 or more people there at the same time, which was great. But I'm like, you can't beat that. You're getting water, you're getting compost free, water, compost, and wood chips free. All you want of it, all you want. I don't know. It's worth it to me. And they till it up for you when you first get on the plot. Can't beat it. Hey, Joe, happy Sunday. So I just wanted to talk about that today, because I'm like, I know that sometimes people don't know that these are options because they just never thought about it. It's just that much of it. You just didn't think about it. And it's something that is out there. I just saw that. Hey, Big Dog Reg, happy Sunday. I was going to say, I know I just saw something. It went by. Hey, Reels family, happy Sunday. So I was like, we going to talk about it. Because when I saw her out there planting today, I was like, I said I was going to do a video about it, and I hadn't sat down and done it. And I was like, but why not just have the conversation? That way, if there's questions, I could hear. I could see. I could see the questions and possibly answer them, at least for my community garden. But there's people in the chat who also may have community gardens. I know Growing Hudson is here. She has one. But I do know other people in the community who garden at home and also a community garden. So I'm just saying, it is, to me, a great thing, and not only just, let's say it's not just because you don't have the space. Some people don't want to grow in their yard. They like having a beautifully manicured lawn. I like having a nice lawn. The front has to look nice. My back is privacy fence, so I'm gonna garden back there. But I know some people like that, like that curb appeal, and to each his own. But this allows you to have a place to grow food and still keep your curb appeal. Yes, I didn't think of it until you inspired me to do some research. That's what I wanted to talk about. I was like, I appreciate that I was able just do my same thing, doing research and finding out about it, sharing it. Somebody else said, you know what, let me look into that. But here, I never thought about it. And then you realize it's closer than you thought. It's more reasonable than you thought. And this is the other thing. The people at a community garden is just that, community. You're going to be out there with people who've been gardening for 30 plus years, with all that knowledge that they can share, people who've been gardening in that space for a ridiculous amount of years and can give you all the things, tell you all the things you need to know when you're dealing with the soil that's out there. Things that they've run into, things that can be preventative for you, and things like that. It's just so much that can be gained by having a plot at a community garden. I'm just saying, so much that can be gained. So, hey, Mama Shirley, So that's why I was like, you know what? That's what we're going to talk about today because I am in the mindset, hey, Mike, of growing food. And I am this close to being able to start putting my plants outside. Too many critters here to do a community garden. No, ma'am, not a thing. They get deer, but I see bunnies every day. I'm out there. Every day I see a rabbit. Every single day. Multiple ones. Rabbits, deer, all the things. My garden didn't get messed with. Don't let the critters deter you because most times you're not even going to run into that many issues with them. They're there. I know some people do. Don't get me wrong, but you may not. I didn't. I didn't run into any issues. I did see some things here and there where I could tell that there had been something in the space, but not enough to be like, this ain't gonna work. Even with my backyard, you think y'all hear me complaining? The squirrels come and dig. I've had the rabbits come and eat my lettuce, but it's not to the extent to where it's like, I'm not gonna do this. It's here and there, hit and miss. It's not enough to deter me. It's just not, I don't lose enough for that to be an issue. Gina, I just pulled up all these bunches of onions. I know you powder onions. How do you handle the green part? I powder it. I powder all of it. The green part is the best. That's the best. I powder every piece of it. The green and the onion. All of it gets dehydrated and then pulsed through my blender and goes into my jar for my onion seasoning. All of it. If you ever notice my seasoning, you can see the green in it. If you've ever noticed it in the video that I've shown it. We have a community garden close to where I live, and I see that it's the children that are learning and growing. I think that's so awesome. It is. I have a coworker, and she's actually, I think she may still be the youngest person in our office, and she's in her mid to upper 30s right now. But she's been a big sister for a while. And now she's having kids of her own. Her son is one. She's pregnant again with her second child. And I asked her, did she want to bring, because they do a lot of outdoor stuff. This lady loves like going to the parks, hiking at the parks, all that kind of stuff. And she's exposed this little girl to so many things. It's amazing. And I was like, you think she might want to come and grow some stuff on my garden plot? I will take a section for her and she can plant whatever she wants to. And this is nice. She's like, I was gonna ask you about that. Da, da, da. I was like, absolutely. So I am all for that. I had my daughter out there when she's in that teenage stage. She'll go harvest when she'll water for me or whatever. She ain't really that interested no more. My grandson loves it. So I do that with him in my backyard. He gets to plant. The only thing he wants to grow is watermelon. That's all he wants because that's what he want to eat. So he likes to plant watermelon, but he will harvest, he will prune, he will water, he'll do all the things back there. He's all about it. But I love that, like getting the kids involved in it because you're teaching them something and let them learn it now. And even if they kind of grow out of it, they still will have that knowledge. They'll remember if they ever want to or need to use it. I'm just saying. Yeah, I fell behind as I tend to do. But I don't think I missed anything. I think you guys are just you said together or separate. Were you talking to me, Miss Cheryl? And what were you asking me about? If you were. We do too. It's much more potent. Yes. I missed what Jova said, but whatever it was delicious. I'm assuming. Our kindergarten has a garden. Yes. Those gangster groundhogs mow down everything. Wow. I need a lot of chicken wire to protect my containers. That sucks. Mm-mm. Sister down everywhere. Everyone have a wonderful week. You have a good one, Hudson. You've been, girl, she was out there working. Y'all, she was out there working at that garden. So I know she's tired. Um, I'm catching up, y'all. I promise. Um, who wants my crown? Back up. Hey, Thomas. Happy Sunday. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Hey, Whiteside. Happy Sunday. I got my notification on for y'all this week. I miss it every time y'all be live. And I'm like, I press the thing to notify me, and it better. It better, because I'm gonna be there. Um, if y'all are a channel that typically is a channel that supports, you don't do content, but you're very supportive in this community. There's a lot of you guys that are that way. Just you like to just support, and you come by to hang, and you picking up things from different channels that you go to, that you learn from, but you're just not really about being on the platform doing content. But yet, one day you decide, you know what? I think I'm going to do content. Share that, Thomas. I find out Thomas putting out content. And I had no clue. No clue there was content out there. Because YouTube won't feed you the stuff like you think they would. They won't. So just say something. Because I like to come support too. Get some netting and put over your plants. I don't have to. I don't have a lot of problems with it, Dave. Not enough for me to now. I do netting on my fruit trees, like my berries, because the birds ain't gonna get all my blueberries and my cherries and stuff. So that's when I will pull out my netting. But for my regular plants, I usually don't have to. My daughter is sometime helping in the garden too. Yes, when they become a teenager, it's different. It is different. Um, I remember when I was 5, we went to Ark. What's Ark? Is that Arkansas? I still remember after being a senior. Can I put my chicken manure right in the ground where I plant? Are you talking about from you have chickens? Are you talking about that chicken manure, or like chicken manure you're buying at the store? Or do I want wait? You wait if it's from your own chickens. You can't put that right in. No. They say it'll burn your plants. I don't have chickens, but that's what I've been told. I think you have to wait like 6 months too. It's like quite a while before you could just add that in. I was surprised when my baby cousin knew what my cucamelon vine was. Oh, he's in the 3rd grade and they grow them in his school. That's awesome. Yeah, I have a little cousin. Hey, the pimp. How you been, sis? They live in Cleveland. I have actually finally met him. I think this was last summer they were here. And he's like, I think he's 8 or 9. And so my cousin that's my age, she watches my content, but she's usually watching it after the fact. So the kids are seeing it. He loves to garden. So he just thinks he's watching this lady on YouTube and stuff about her garden. And then one day, I don't know how it came up, but my cousin's like, well, you know, that's our cousin, right? And he was like, Gina? And she's like, yeah, that's our cousin. And he was like, She said, you want me to call her? And he said, you really know Gina? And she calls me and we're talking and she's telling me this and she puts me on speaker so I could speak to him. And he is fanning out. Like he has met a celebrity. And I'm like, sir, I'm your cousin. I know I'm your big cousin. I'm your very big cousin because I'm way older. But baby, I'm your cousin. Like, I'm just people. Even for anybody. That's me. I'm like, look, don't be fanning out over me. I'm just somebody who turns on the camera and talks to it. I'm not a celebrity. But I thought that was so cute. And he loves to garden. So he watches my content on the gardening part to learn like the things that I'm planting, and she goes and lets him pick out seeds so he can plant stuff. And I just think that's pretty cool. You got to get these kids while they're young, I'm telling you. It's good for our students grow and cook. Oh, I love it. I love it. Now y'all know you have 12 chickens. No, you don't want to put that directly in your garden. Nope. Y'all know that where was I about to go with that? I lost my thought. Dang it. It's right there too. I'm like, I could all right. Hopefully it comes back because I lost it. Dang, 6 months. Yes. Yes. Don't put that. They say it will burn your plants. Want me to share my content, but she won't share one of those $10 plates. I sure will. I don't be acting funny. I'll share. Nobody goes hungry on my watch. Hey, that's my art. Happy Sunday. I've been doing better. Hope all is well your way. It's great. I'm doing good. Hey, Analytic. You see my... Where was you in the in Brooke's chat when I was cutting up the 2025? We have big salads for dinner tonight. I need to drop my... Matter of fact, I got them sitting right here at the edge of my desk. My butter crunch lettuce, because it's not too early for this. I need to get this dropped because I want salads and I don't want to keep going to buy stuff. So that's about to happen. That and some Swiss chard is going out, which is also right here. We ain't playing no games. We trying to eat around here. That's why I tell people I hate bugs, but I like food more than I hate bugs. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Lynette said, I just joined Survival Seed 2025 a few weeks ago. I'm planning on to delve into becoming a content. That is awesome. I'm learning now. There ain't nothing to learn. Just do it. Don't be out here letting nobody tell you they teaching you something. Just do it. Find your lane. Be you. Be authentic to who you are. Show what you want to show. Don't let people pressure you to show more. You show what you want to show and just do it. Ain't nothing to learn. And even if you're talking about learning on the gardening part of it, we all still learning. Don't y'all be coming over here saying, well, Gina planted those butter crunch lettuce, so I need to plant my butter crunch lettuce because I want salads too. And I show the butter crunch, does fine, but you in A or whatever, and it don't do so great there. Everybody figures out what works and what doesn't. I grow stuff that fails. I had a video coming up for y'all. I might still drop. It's a fail. It ain't something I grew. It is something I was trying to make. I was fermenting something for the first time, and it didn't quite go as planned. It didn't quite go as planned. And there's 2 people for sure in this chat who already know what it is because I sent to our group chat like, is this supposed to look like this? It was not. It was not. And I was just gonna scrap it. And another person in the chat was like, do a video. And I'm like, well, I've been doing a video the whole time, and I was like, well, I guess I can because people need to know about the fails. so that you don't feel like you're the person who just doesn't get it right when you try to do it. So I am going to eventually put the video together, edit it and everything, and drop that, and you will see the fail, because it was a fail. I'm going to try again. Hey GT, happy Sunday. I'm gonna try it again, and you guys will see what it is when it posts, because you're gonna know this will fail. We're gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. The pimp. I do it all day. Hey fam. I'm always losing my train of thought. And the sad part is they ain't came back to me yet. Oh, you missed the analytic? Yeah. This came over from there. So I had this on over there, and I when I logged in, it was still there. I was like, oh, well, we just gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that just right there. Did Veggie come in? Hey, Veggie Farming. Hey, Stacy. Yep, she came in. I was talking about you earlier, girl. Was your ears burning? I was sending people your way to look at your new garden setup. There you go, GT. Hello, Watermelon Queen. That's what's up. That's what's up. Buttercrunch is my favorite too. It's the only one I grow now. That's just lettuce. Now, when I make my salads, I'll add kale in there, and I will add Swiss chard, but that's the only lettuce that I grow. And that was trial and error. I've grown other ones. I grew the romaine. I'm not sure what other ones I've grown. I know I've grown romaine and some other ones, but that was my favorite. So we're going to grow that one. I harvest lettuce daily outside too. Yep. I'm trying to do things differently this year, planting a lot directly in the ground. That's awesome. I have to start indoors because my grow season is not as long. I'm in grow zone 6. I just say 6 because it was 6A and now they're saying I'm 6B. I'm grow zone 6. But I was looking at my last frost. It's supposed to be April 25th. And actually, when I look at the weather going forward, I want to say like on the 22nd, we don't drop below 50 at night for like a full 7 days. At the end of this week, I'll look at it again and just make sure it's being consistent with showing that even going further out. And we gonna get some stuff out there because, child, every time I look over, I'm looking at starts that are big. My tomatoes, although I'm excited that they are doing so well, they are big. They look like they ain't as bad as big as how Brooks got when he finally put his outdoors, but yeah, they're getting up there in size, probably about 5-6 inches above the soil in the cups that they're in. And this little cup method that I'm doing that I got from Growing Out the Box works great. It is working great. Yeah. This is the first season I didn't plant Swiss chard. Oh, and you're still not. I need to squeeze in another. Yes, I was gonna say you still not gonna grow it. Listen, I throw that in every year. Let's not be scared, nervous, voice shaking, and still just doing videos the best I can. Facts, Rio. Facts. Oh, y'all, just don't even do it. But like the first probably 3 to 5 lives that I did, I think my voice shook in at least the first 3. I was so nervous. And then my old videos, because I've been on here a long time, don't go back and look at those either. But my old videos, I feel it's, I was like, well, you know, it is what it is. I don't delete anything either. I've only had to delete one video ever from this platform. I'm not still learning because I'm a master gardener. We did know that. And that's why we were excited when I think everybody probably got a little excited when they saw you finally come in here. You were late because you could have just been answering the questions in the chat instead of me getting behind on the chat answering the questions. So I don't know where you've been. Get with it. I need to try making vinegar again. Analytic. That would be the fail. And I'm going to share it. See what I mean when I say sometimes people feel like it might just be them? That's what I was making. Yep. So we're going to share it. She was doing great. She was doing great because I recorded in increments. I don't think, let's just say, I think the problem was me. I think that I was the problem. I'm almost 100% sure. The reason I'm hesitant is because I haven't discussed this with my group chat that there is someone in who has done many vinegars. But she's probably going to tell me, yes, you can't do that. Yeah, because I think I'm the problem of why it went left. So I didn't add anything or anything, but I think I am the problem. Buttercrust is the best. Listen, it's the best. I see everybody is like, yes, Buttercrust. Yes, sending them over, sis. They should have been following. They hopefully most of them was already following anyway. They should be. But just in case they wasn't, I was like, get over there. Y'all need to go see that setup. Because listen, I'm telling y'all, if y'all weren't following her already, Stacey's setup was already like, I already loved it. I'm like, why is she trying to make the rest of us gardeners look bad? I loved it though. It was great. She has the higher raised beds, so you don't have to hurt your back bending over and stuff and taking care of stuff. But that was the old. Out with the old, in with the new, and the new is just as fabulous. Check it out. I ain't gonna tell y'all what she did, but y'all need to go see. Seriously, it's amazing. Hey, Burner Girl, how you doing, sis? I just made it back in the house, girl. Oh, thank you, Rios, for joining the. You know what, y'all? I have been thinking about what I can do more for the members. I be slacking in that space. Like I always do some giveaways where I will just do some stuff for members. But I need to do. I used to do lives for the members, and we could talk about whatever. I need to get back to that. So just know there's some thought in what I could do more for my members of the channel going forward. And if it's something that you would like from me as being a member, share that. You can email me, or if you have my number, you could text me, or you could DM me if you follow me on IG, or whatever, and let me know what those thoughts are. But I appreciate all of you. I really do. Hey, Tommy Bites. How you doing, sis? Happy Sunday. So, yeah, I'm trying to catch up, y'all. I lost a lot of plants to freeze and a fertilizer. You got to freeze, Tommy? Yeah, fertilizer I never used before. Fertilizer will get you. Never again. Had to drop more seeds last night. That sucks. That sucks. It was you too, Analytic. I think it was me. I think I had too long between one of my check-ins. But I ain't giving up. She said in here. Hey, she said, how you doing, sis? Hey, Miss Cassandra. How you doing? Happy Sunday. Look, I'm gonna give it another shot. I really am. Dropping more watermelon in a few minutes. What up, Liddy B? How you doing? So now three people are in here that are in the group chat. Ah, but yeah, it was an epic fail. Um, I had to scrape the windshield this morning. Girl, it ain't that bad here. It's chilly though. We did get snow like a week or so ago though. That's my art said. Do you think it would be okay to plant a tomato plant that stem is small but roots are long? When you say stem is small, you mean thin, like leggy? And I forget where you at, sis. But you ain't got to say because I could figure that out. I know I've sent you stuff. But if you're in a warm climate to where it's okay to plant your tomatoes out now, I would definitely put my leggy tomato in the ground. Um, Take those first leaves. So on your stem, the bottom leaves are usually the first leaves. They come on your seedling when it pops. I would take those off and then bury my tomato up to right under the next set of leaves. Sure would. I sure would. And it'd probably be just fine. Because it's probably leggy because it's stretching for light. So I don't know if you have it under grow lights or in a window. Yep, Miss Felicia said plant deep. That's all I would do. I've had some leggy, yes, in short. Okay. I've had some leggy tomatoes. Absolutely, because they're stretching for light. Yeah, just bury them. Hey, his and herbs. How are you? Happy Sunday. There you go, she said. I seen people speaking to you, but I didn't see you actually until now. Already claiming the title. Mm-hmm. 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 Now you know I am a habitual crap talker. Habitual. I'm just saying. But yes, I would definitely put those out there. If you're in a climate that's okay to plant outside, you'll be fine. Look at you all caught up. I am. Hey, Tien. Work in the background. So, hey, y'all. Get that work done, sis. Y'all, I don't know if y'all seen it. I don't know if you posted it on the YouTube side because I saw it on Instagram. That's where I reposted it. But 10 is holding a workshop for those who are like interested in learning how to start your own website. There was a lot of stuff though. There was like website design. 10 is that person to me. I could be, this is what I've taken from a lot of what I've learned over there. She has a lot of knowledge in getting like that business set up going. So knowing how to get your business name, file with the state, knowing how to check to make sure no one else is using that name, learning how to what am I thinking of? Um, oh, my brain is saying copyright, but that's not what I'm thinking. Hey, Shanna. But knowing how to make sure all your ducks are in a row so that somebody don't try to come after you and sue you for, using trademark. You knew what I was trying to say. Yes. How to get things trademarked, even your business name, so that things like that. So definitely check her out. Follow her channel. And 10, if you can drop the link for 10, I think that's what you're talking about. Tim, put GVG in the chat. Just GVG. So that it drops your link. And she is the same thing on Instagram, The Educated Natural. If you want to follow her over there, and then you'll see the post that she put out for that, because I don't remember all the details offhand. And it's not on my page. I posted it in my story, and on Instagram, your stories only stay for like 24 hours and then it's gone. So, yes, thank you. She now has it dropped in the link. No, business would like to know. Wait a minute. Are you talking to me? That's my art. I can't think of what I might have said. Are you saying that you don't have a business but would like to know? And you could. You don't have to have a business. If Terrence Howard can grow watermelon on his roof, we could grow also. Say that, Tommy, for the people in the back. Say that. Definitely. All right. So, what we started out talking about for those who came in, because usually y'all know I try to set the mindset, but the mindset right now is in growing food. We want to eat. We got to eat. And not just because you got to eat, but just learning how to be able to do that thing, because you never know when that might be useful. And you ain't got to be the best at it, but just having the knowledge on how to do it. That's all I'm saying. So that's why we're talking about it. So we were talking about community gardens because some people don't have the space to grow in the yard at their homes, or maybe you don't even want to because you like having the nice looking lawn on the block. Looking into community gardens, because trust me, I think sometimes it's thought that it's going to be very expensive. Some of them don't cost you anything but sweat equity. They just want the people who are part of the community garden to help out in keeping things weeded, keeping things kind of tidy, keeping your plants, what am I thinking of? Not pruned, stuff like that, just so it keeps everything pretty nice. You don't want things just growing wild and out of control. And sometimes that's all they want from you. That's it. Now, I belong to a community garden where I do pay a little bit, though. To me, $60 a year to have this plot that's 800 square feet, and they provide water. Included in that $60 is the water to water this garden whenever I want to, compost if I want to add it to my garden, and thank you, Miss Felicia, and wood chips. So I did cover my garden space with wood chips for the fall and winter. But yeah, like that's all included in the $60 a year, and I can garden all year round. And if I want to just garden for that season, for the fall, for the spring, summer, it's $30, and you still get all the other stuff. You can't beat that. Hey, Elle, happy Sunday. We need to grow as much as possible. Yes, because I bought those vine to table tomatoes from the grocery store 2 weeks ago. I forgot about them, and yesterday I looked at them and they looked. Sis, I have had that happen. Not with tomatoes so much, but like apples. What? Why aren't things going bad? Had me a free water. That part, Pepper Rookie. That right there alone makes it worth it. Because just think, I usually plant, let's just say I start planting, I'm going to say May. It's usually I start at the end of April. May, June, July, August, September. I usually don't start breaking mine down for fall until September. That's 5 months. Nobody's paying just even $60 for 5 months of water. Nobody. I think my water is like $60 a month. at minimum. I'm just saying. Hey, Sylvia. Happy Sunday. I'm just saying. So I'm only buying meat, trying to grow all the veggies. Yep. Me too. I am really um leaning in on my herbs. So I want them, I'm hoping that they're very prolific because I want to dehydrate quite a bit of it to be able to have for cooking and whatnot. So I'm with you, Sylvia. That was definitely heavy on my plan this year. Was that. So do the wood chips really help with stunning the grass? I don't use it for that as much. Um but I think it does because I don't have a lot of weed issues out there, and I did last year even with the landscape covering, and I had the expensive landscape covering that's plastic and not that clothy stuff, and they would just grow up in the holes. That was where the light hit, where the light could get. They could just come up in there. They didn't care. So I do notice that I don't see as many weeds with the wood chips, but I use them more so for moisture to hopefully hold moisture in the ground, um, and not dry out so quickly. So that was my thought process in doing the wood chips. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out for me. Um, Sorry, y'all. It's what to grow them with and spray them, coat them with the foods that makes them not break down. Wood chips have. Oh, see, Miss Felicia said it helps with moisture. That's what I thought, and that was my goal. So we'll see how that work out. So can you fill up containers and take the to home garden? Yeah, there's no policing there. It's just people in the community. I probably wouldn't because it's for there. But I don't see why not. But there is a city here that provides free compost, and it was compost and something else. I can't remember what the other thing was. But yeah, and I posted a short I think last year after I went and got some of the compost because the city is not that far from me, and it was just open. You just pull in there, back up your whatever, and you get as much as you want. And they kept refilling it all. Like every week I went out there, they had like 6 bins, like really big, wide. I call them bins, but it was like they weren't bins. It was like cinder block, but they were sectioned off into 6 sections. And you just shovel up as much as you want. And then this one guy came and was getting some, and he had like his bucket, and he just put his bucket, like leaned it up towards it, and he just took his hands and like did like this and scooped it to get it all full. He was getting those buckets full in like 2 goes. I was like, and we over here, it take it forever. I said, after that, I did what dude did, and it was much faster. Like, why are we doing this? So sometimes it helps to see somebody. Yeah. I have never done chip drop. I've never done it. I've noticed if you put down a few layers of cardboard under the wood chips, it does the trick. Soul Sister would know because she's going on a lot of land. Um, and good afternoon to you too. Back on my perch. I love it. My city has free mulch. It's worth it. I've never done the drop because I'm like the work it would take. First of all, the front of my house, I'm kind of like my driveway is up, so it's kind of like it's not really a hill, but it is. I'm kind of coming up, so I'm like I would have to take the wheelbarrow down there, shovel it up, hike it back up to get it to the back of the house. I don't want to do it. It sounds like too much work. Hey, LGG. Happy Sunday. So yeah. I just in my yard, I don't have any wood chips in any of my beds. I have them in my pots where my trees are, and I just did that this year. But I don't have any in my beds. What I will do sometimes is because houses around me get have trees, so they get a lot of leaves in the fall. I will cover my beds with the leaves sometimes and let them break down over the fall and winter. But that's about it for me. Sounds like work. It does. That's why I'm like, too much for me. We pay the city, but we get a whole trailer load for 20. I've heard, like, I've even seen people in here like get the drops for free. I remember one time, hey Backyard Flow, I saw Fifi. She went live, so she was driving around her neighborhood because she heard trees being cut down and she could see it, but she couldn't tell what actual street it was on. She was driving around that neighborhood till she found that truck. And she was like, she asked them, she was like, do y'all, could you bring that to my house afterwards and drop it there, instead, because they just gonna take it somewhere and dump it. And then it's like, sure. They brought it back, brought it over to her house and dumped it in her driveway. Sure did. I was like, you go, girl. So for those who, you know, um, who like to get that, a lot of times you can get it for free. You made a video on it too, Miss Mama Shirley. I remember yours too. Yep. I remember that. Chip drops is not for the week, that part. Thomas, if you are still in here, put GBG in the chat so people could follow your channel. I mean, my girls and I really enjoyed our time together. Were you guys all at the Soul Family thing? Soul Sister was there. They're still talking about it. I love it. Thank you, Thomas. So it should drop his link here soon. Y'all put nope, I ain't even gonna get y'all a heads up. Just go over there and see what kind of content he does. And if you like it, stay, hang out, support. And even if you don't, still give him a thumbs up on what you do watch, leave him a comment, and it might not be your thing. I had a good time over there seeing what he was sharing with the community. Just saying. Oh, yeah, there's so many community meetups on this platform because we spend a lot of time on here talking to each other and talking within the chat. Sometimes just watching each other. We become like a little family. Hey, Jamaica, happy Sunday! And when there's these meetups and you can go and meet people in person and kind of see that the person you're watching on screen is that person when you see them in person, it's a great thing. I haven't been to the Soul Family one yet, but I have been to a couple. I've been to Bug Out Weekend, Vision Preparedness puts together. I've been there a couple times and I will pop up on them again this year. And I have been to a regular meetup. I went last year and I will be going to that one again this year. So it's a good time. I'm going over there to troll. Don't be like that, Mr. BS. It does feel like a family reunion. I can't wait to meet you either. I'm gonna have to make it to one. I'm gonna have to make it to one. Yeah, it's such a good time. I've had a good time at the ones that I've been to. I really have. You've been on for 5 years now and never did a meetup. It makes you nervous. It does. I when I went to the very first one I went to was Vision Preparedness. He did his very first bug out weekend. Vision lives maybe a couple hours from me. He lives in a different city. Um, but he has his event here, and it's at the park that he has it. I'm like, I grew up going to that park all the time for actual family reunions, family reunion cookouts and stuff like that. Um, but I was like, I'm gonna pull up, and I tried to sneak up on him. He was actually live. I was watching him live as I was driving out there. Didn't say I was coming or anything, and I knew I was going. I knew you was kidding, Mr. BS. I knew I was coming because my Renaissance grandma sent me a message through YouTube and said, bring me a bag of ice when you come out here. So basically she said, I'm gonna need you to bring me some ice. And I was gonna bring her some ice. So I knew I was gonna be pulling up. But you are a little nervous. I got to meet my Renaissance grandma. I got to meet Mr. and oh my gosh, Mr. and Mrs. Why did their names just leave me? It's gonna come back to me. God dang it. Their names just left me like that. Well, anyway, I got to meet it's gonna come back to me. I got to meet the bushcrafter, the Virginia bushcrafter. Of course I got to meet Vision. I got to meet oh, and he's just started doing content too. Yeah, Devil Devil Dog Prepper. I got to meet him. Yeah, when I say who I was trying to remember, it's gonna come back to me. It's almost there. Y'all gonna be like, how did you forget that? And I got to meet I'm trying to remember her YouTube name. What is Tarsha's YouTube channel? Something Firearms and Defense. I remember her name because I talked to Tarsha, but her YouTube is not coming to me because she hasn't been doing content in quite a while. But it's just a good time. What's Gina? What's up today? I forget a lot. Wish I could make Vision. Don't think I will make it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be pulling up because it's that close for me. So it's like no reason for me not to. Oh, see you, Miss Felicia. Have a good one. Uh-oh, look at you. Your number's going up, Thomas. Thomas, when you make it big, triple threat. Triple threat firearms. Well, I could not, that was not coming to me. But yes, she was there. Got to meet her and two of her babies. It was, and look, Tasha about that outdoor life. I am not. Yep, Miss Vanessa, my Renaissance grandma. Y'all better stop playing with her. Y'all better stop playing with that. They still to this day talk about my Renaissance grandma. Still to this day, nobody has come to Bug Out Weekend as prep as she was. She made those preppers step up their prep game. I'm just saying. Some Purpose was talking. Yes, Tarsha, she is so cool. We had a good time. I just sat there and chatted with her for some time. I got to hang with my Renaissance grandma. I got to hug up on her. I actually have a picture with the three of us together. Everybody there was great though. And I'm only naming people that y'all probably would know because they're in, Tarsha was kind of part of the garden community as well as her being 2A. Of course, y'all know my Renaissance grandma. Y'all know who Vision is. But there's so many other people that were there that I still connect with. So yeah, it's a good, and most of them I met there. And some of them are not content creators; they're just people who support on this platform. And it's just amazing, the relationships that you make when you go to these events. I still talk to so many people that I met at the Arm, a regular meetup. I still like I connected with so many of the ladies there. I check in on them, see how people are doing, seeing if they coming this year, stuff like that. It's a good time, y'all. I would love to go to a prepper meetup. You would have a I'm gonna tell you, Tommy, visions is real. Like you're gonna be outside this. It's real camping. Now, mind you, it's in a public park here. So I mean, but there's wildlife and stuff out there. We saw stuff while we were there. But they camp. They camp. So it's not like, oh, there's some restrooms right there and there's some water source there and there's this. They camp. So be ready. But I'm telling you, the people who went enjoyed it. Tarsha was gonna actually stay an extra day. She just ended up leaving because everybody else started pulling out. So she was like, I'm gonna go ahead and leave because I was gonna have breakfast with her the next day, and she texted me like, "Girl, everybody pulling out, so we gonna go ahead and get out of here too." So yeah. What is this channel? No, it's not over. He hasn't had it yet. I think it's next month. Um, do I have any mods left? I know Miss Felicia had to go. Lydia, you watching and not talking? Let me see. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, she lied. Oh yeah, I know why. Okay. Vision, and I will share his channel. But yeah, it's a great meetup though. And the thing about Vision, he's kind of like me in a way of the fact that his channel is not just a prepper channel. He does, I believe, I'm almost sure he gardens, and I know he's a part of 2A. Fifi came in here. Hey, Fifi. I was talking about you earlier, sis. You stay in the bushes, so you was listening. But yeah. Oh, Miss Felicia, she listening while she's doing other stuff. Thank you, sis. I appreciate it. But yeah, so his link has been dropped in the chat. And yeah, I'm almost sure the event is in May. Yeah, I don't keep tabs on the event because I don't go to camp. So Tommy, don't pull up looking for me to be staying outside because that ain't what I go do. I come and hang out and then I come home because the park ain't nothing but like 20 minutes or what. It's probably a little further than that, but the point is it's in my city. So I go out there. I might stay for a few hours. I don't mind staying and hanging out for hours. But what I'm not about to do is sleep in a tent so the spiders can come get me when I go to sleep. That's what I'm not doing. Because I like bugs. And I already know, and people are like, oh, the spiders. No. They gonna know I'm there. They gonna know I don't want them. And they gonna all come and swarm my tent. And then I ain't gonna be able to get out because y'all seen the videos, like people be posting the outside the tent is covered. That would be mine. And I ain't doing it. I'm safer in my home. But I'm gonna come hang, girl. And I'll bring what y'all want. I'll bring stuff to you. You need ice? Let me know. I'll bring it. But yeah, outside of that, I'll be sleeping in my bed. I was leaving my car if I did. Car camping is as far as I know that's right. But I would say they be having it set up nice. And this one guy, Mad Shad, he's a content creator too. I don't know if he did this last year, but his first year he came, he had was a hammock between two trees, and then he has like something he's like maybe another cloth or something covering up top of him, like if it rained or something, and that's what he slept on the whole time he was there. The Virginia bushcrafter, he about that life. The Virginia bushcrafter sleeps out in the woods. He does it. This is what he do, and he could teach how to do it. His tent looked like it was something for a toddler, just because I think he wanted to bring a tent. Because in the real world, he don't be doing a tent. He be in the bush. He builds a shelter and he makes a fire when he's out there in the bush. But that ain't my life. But they do teach stuff. It's not even just like it. They are doing the bug out, but they have like different things that they might somebody knows how to do that they'll teach. So like they taught underwater basket weaving, so how to weave and make a basket underwater. The Virginia bushcrafter taught like 3 or 4 different ways to start a fire without matches or a lighter. They did a little bit of first aid stuff. Tarsha talked about 2A, like firearm safety, stuff like that. Different stuff like that. And last year they did a cook-off, which was a fun thing. It wasn't really a learning thing, but they did a cook-off competition with like your what do they call the ready-made meals stuff, not the actual meals, but like the stuff that you could buy that like our the military packed foods type stuff. But yeah, they did a cook off and then they had like 3 or 4 judges who would taste everything and see who won. So they do all kind of MREs. There you see. Thank you, soul sister. Y'all know what I be trying to say. That was it, the MREs. Hey Lashes, how you doing, sis? I didn't see you, but I see somebody speaking. Happy Sunday. So yeah, these meetups are great. And a lot of these people dab into a lot of different things. And that's why I share all the things that I get. I kind of have interest in because it might be helping somebody else. Especially when somebody thinks that they're inadequate or something because they fail at making vinegar. You're not. I'm talking to myself. I just failed. But I'm going to try again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Been a long, good time. Good to see you and Guava. Is she in here? Triple Threat ain't in here. I think I'm just talking about her, Dave. But I know Tarsha did not come up here. I know I ain't missed that. But I'm checking just to be sure. Yeah. I even if I mention her name, I doubt she would pop up because I don't think she's really on here like that. I do keep in touch with Tarsha. I check in on her here and there. She's doing great. She is. She's just not on here as much. She's doing a lot of training and stuff, which is something you should be doing if you're in that space. Especially if you're an instructor, you should be keeping your skills up so that you can teach and help other people keep their skills up. So, but she's doing good. She is. But yeah, that's why I share all those things like the wins and the fails. Hey, Miss Maria. You thought she was here earlier? I was just talking about it. I'm almost absolutely sure she was not. I'm almost absolutely sure she was not because I think I would have known. But yeah, she is doing good though. And I'm not saying she never is in these streets and maybe in the bushes. I don't think she's on here right now. I'm pretty sure of that. But yeah, but she gardens. She's 2A and she's a prepper. She does all the things. So a lot of times on this platform, you might hear one thing that the person does because that's the content that they're doing. That doesn't mean that's the only thing that they're doing. Just know that. I mean, just look at Fam. He's, all his content is on firearms, but he's a master gardener. Who would have thought? Uh-oh. Gonna get that nap in, sir. I will talk to you later. Don't be getting me in trouble because you're trying to still be on the platform. But yeah. So we gonna we gonna grow food by any means necessary. So if you are someone who needs more space to grow in, look into the community gardens. Seriously, look into the community gardens because you will be surprised. And there's so many. When I Googled it here, I just went with that one. There was so many close to me, but I liked the fact that it was inside of this park and a park that I was already familiar with, that I already liked, and that already pretty much was a park for just that thing. It's literally called a garden park. Of all the parks that we have, this is the only one that's a garden. Nope, that's a lie. We have 2 garden parks. On my side of town, that's the only garden park. There's another one on the south side of town. But yeah, it's a garden park. So why would I not want to have my garden there? Now the plots are in the very back of the park. The other stuff is towards the front of the park, but who cares about all that? And the people who, excuse me, who garden around me, a lot of these people have been gardening for a long time out there. Mine too, Miss Maria. She said her peach tree has a lot of blooms on it. Mine too. And I was afraid that because it's been cold that I was going to lose them, but I haven't. But both of my peach trees are blooming. Both of my apples are blooming. My cherries are not blooming yet. No, Dave, you don't have to apologize. Sure. I I was talking about her. So sometimes when I'm talking about people, people think they're in here, but no, you're good. I wanted to just make sure because I was like, if she is, I missed it, but I'm pretty sure she was. Have a good night. Get those seeds planted, girl. I know you got to get stuff done. You can also ask them, or can you pay them a fee to, use a small area in their yard? True. But you know what? Sometimes that work out to start with, I almost rather play a stranger. Because when it ain't that connection of because sometimes y'all know. Don't act like y'all don't know. Sometimes you be bumping heads with the fam. It sound good. Thank you. I'm excited that the peaches are blooming because y'all know this is my second set of peach trees. Yes, peach trees, plural. Because 2 of my peach trees from the previous that I had purchased did not make it. Okay. So this is second set. So we're going to see if these peaches do what they do. She was in here earlier and left. I missed her. She usually be in the bushes. Yep. And I know you in the bushes, Lala. Hey, girl. I appreciate Lala because she supports on a reg. I always see her in almost every live I do. When I get ready to end that live, Lala come in right at the end and she'll say peace or something, let you know she was there. I appreciate you, sis, because I know you in the bushes. She like, I'm busy, but I'm listening, sis. Listen, analytic. The theory sounds good. Child, I rather pay a stranger. Because then you know it ain't number business. Because I'm telling you, family be something else. Next thing you know, they got you growing what they want because they make you feel guilty because you're growing it in there. It's just too. I'd rather not. And I love my people, but I still rather not. The wind blew all your blooms off your peach. Oh, that sucks. Gina, you know you will be a lot. Yes, that's the plan, Miss Maria. I'm already, we are producing with purpose, but I am already planning out that the canning. And I'm going to be sharing that too. So I'm not just going to, because I usually don't share a lot of my canning, and I learned how to can um, through from TT's Urban Pantry. So I used to like pop up on, she would can live on Saturday nights, late Saturday nights. And I was like, do you care if I come on and can with you? And that's how I learned. I just started coming on every time. I said, what we canning this week? Okay, I'm going to have everything. And then she'll show me how to do it. And from there, that's what we do. I know what I like that's canned. So I know the things that I will continue to can on an ongoing, but we're going to be canning. And if I get an abundance of peaches, I'm going to be canning some of those too. Y'all better leave me. I got peaches in the freezer right now that I need to do something with. Give me some ideas of what I could do with the peaches. I'm not doing barbecue sauce because I already did that. And I'm not doing salsa because I already did that. But anything else other than just peaches. Like I don't want to can them just because they're frozen. So I need some ideas. Oh, and I've already done peach butter. So I ain't doing that either because I got plenty of that left. Okay. So what else would you do with some peaches if you were canning them? Or did I name all the things? Just the FYI. Hold on. I started moving. If you get your trees from big box, save your receipt because a lot of them have a year. I've heard that my two that didn't make it, I didn't get them from a big box. I got them from a nursery out of Georgia. They were shipped. But I think somebody told me that I still could have got them replaced or got my money back or something. But I didn't know until I had already thrown one of them out by then. I don't know what they would have needed or anything. But going forward, thank you. I keep all my receipts now for a different reason, but because I gotta keep that stuff for tax purposes. But yeah. Hey, Farmer Marshall, happy Sunday. Been hanging in the bushes. I appreciate you. Make some peach cobbler. Actually, when Lydia and Tia were here, Tia made some peach cobbler with some of my peaches. I'm not a huge peach cobbler fan, but I could for somebody else. I could make it, or I could make the peach cobbler, like prep the peaches for cobbler, can it that way. I wonder if that's something I can do, like with the cinnamon and the sugar, and can it that way. And then all you have to do is dump it with the crust and add some butter. Let me know. I'm thinking out loud is what I'm doing. That was what that was. That was a whole lot of thinking out loud. But yeah, last year I did some peach barbecue sauce with it. Still have some. That's why I don't want to make more. And I did the peach butter and I did peach salsa, which I always do. I could do that. I might do that. I might. That's what you do, Miss Cheryl. What else do you do, Miss Cheryl? But I can do that. I can do that. I have 3-gallon size bags of peaches, and these were from fresh peaches that I get from the peach truck, which I won't be doing this year because I realized the peach truck is ripping me off. Because there's another service that does the peaches that are just as good, that comes through from, I think it comes out of Georgia or somewhere, with the truck of peaches that is like way less than what I was paying for the peach truck, and I get more. So yeah, thank y'all. So I'm gonna do that. You could do it with apples too. Usually with apples, I wonder how my apple trees are going to put off this year. Last year I only got one apple, but I was happy for that one apple because that lets me know my tree will produce. But I usually do an apple butter. And I have options for what I can do with the peels. I can either like boil them down and get all the juice from them and make apple jelly or vinegar. So, she used to make peach preserve. I love the peach butter. I sent some. I wish he was still in here. He left because he was his medicine was kicking in. Pepper Rookie. I sent some to Pepper Rookie. I think I might have ended up sending him 2 jars because he was like, "How much is it gonna be for another?" And no, I don't typically sell them, so we just barter stuff. I send him peach butter. He sent me hot sauce because he makes hot sauce. Um, but he really enjoyed that peach butter. And some batches turn out better than others. It depends on how patient I am with cooking it down because that's what makes it get that good texture and that flavor cooking. And you gotta take your time and keep stirring it, and you just gotta be patient. But yes, I have an order from the Peach Truck from Georgia coming in July. I was usually doing the Peach Truck, and it was pricey. And my friend Titi, she gets them in Indiana, but hers is not the Peach Truck. She sent me the link to what it was. When I look into more what it was, I will share that on here, and then you can see if it comes to your city because the peaches are very good and they are not as expensive, and you get more. So yeah, I do too. I love homemade apple butter. I've only done it completely homemade once. The first time I did it with applesauce. You could buy the no sugar added applesauce, but I wanted to do it from actual apples so that the next time I did it that way, and I liked it more. So I won't do it from applesauce again. It takes a long time for apple butter. Yep. You don't get a big yield from the peach either. I don't feel like you get a big yield from either, but it's so yes, she said that too. I didn't finish reading it, but it's so good. That part. So it's worth it. You don't get a huge yield, but I think because when we fill our jar or whatever, it just doesn't give you like a like you might get one of the small jars once you cook down like a whole lot of apples. But it does still last you quite a bit because you don't use a whole lot of it when you use it. So it lasts. But yeah, so it's our season. It is our season to preserve and to grow. So like I said, if you want to grow on a larger scale, you don't have a space, look into the community gardens. Because I'm telling you, my mindset is in spring. I am having spring fever because it's not time for me to plant outside. I'm getting there though. But yeah, I'm gonna show y'all like how big these dang on plants are. I'm gonna show you at least one because this is why I want them out. Look at that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5, 6 of these. Look at that. That's my tomato. This is kind of, see if that helps. If I put my planter behind it. That's how big all of mine are. And that's just the tomatoes. This is, y'all see, I'm about to knock stuff over. I need to stop messing with stuff. This is a pepper. Now, I do bury my peppers deep, even in the cup, but that is what my pepper plants are looking like. And they look good. This is the orange lasia. I'm like, I need to get my stuff outside. Yeah. So I'm telling you, I'm having spring fever. Every time I look over there, I just want to be out there putting stuff in the ground. I do. They are doing great. And I would tell you, this this is the first time I've used these for my plants. They have been thriving with these. I got this from Growing Out the Box. So go watch his channel and see what he does if you haven't. That's gonna stay. That works better for me than the plastic. I know I've seen people use the plastic and it works great for them. The plastic does not for me. I don't know what I'm doing, why it doesn't, but it doesn't. Those are teenagers. You said my tomatoes are teenagers? Oh, them plants too grown. Kick them out. Oh, because they're big. They're children anymore. That's what you said. I thought you were saying like they're little. I need to, but it ain't time yet, Robin. I'm asking them to slow down a little bit because I even have some squash in here that's already put on the true leaves. My spaghetti squash and my what's that one? The golden zucchini. I'm telling you, every time I look over there, I'll be like, I need this weather to cooperate. That's what I need. And tomorrow we're supposed to be a little warmer, but it's going to drop again. You have 5 orange lasias. I have 2. And then I only had 1 red come up. And I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. So I will have 1 red and 2 oranges. I have quite a bit of jalapenos that came up. I have the red bell, the green bell. So I have stuff over here, and I have stuff in my dining room. That tomato makes mine look tiny. Listen, that's my art. They are thriving in these cups. It ain't all me. Because usually I have to go buy starts. I'm not even being funny. I will have some that will make it and some that don't, and I always have to go get some starts. Some plants need to be outside. They need to be outside. They don't need to be in here no more. And I am going to bury them deep. I'm going to pull off them bottom leaves and I'm going to bury them deep so that they get a little stronger and when they're coming up. But they're nice and strong now. I mean, they're doing great. I'm proud of myself. And I started them all different ways. I can't stand it either, Mama Shirley. I've started them. I did hydroponic. I did just seeds in soil, and then I did what else did I do? Oh, I did that. Well, that was what I found out was hydroponic as well, where I had it in the pan with the pebbles. That one, I did it that way too. So I started seeds different ways depending on just to see what it was my trial and error to see what I liked best. They are very healthy. They are doing good. I'm not kidding. I am excited. I mean, they were doing so good. At first I had like 3 plants to a cup. And I was like, I gotta separate these into their own cups. So I did that. Yeah. And those are just my San Marzanos. I also have the peach tomato, the Aunt Lou's or something railroad tomato that Homesteader Rachel sent me a year ago, and Purple Rain tomato. And that might be it. Might be one more. I forget. But yeah. They're ready to go with some deep soil. That's what's going to happen, Dave. I'm going to bury them girls deep. Did you add? I didn't. Okay. So I didn't. Another thing with me is I'm going to try and use what I have instead of going out to buy stuff. So since I had the pebbles, that's what's at the bottom of those little clay pebbles. I put those up to the line where the holes are, and then I put soil on top of that. And it's worked out. Like when I'm watering and I get it to the point that the water's coming out the hose and then I stop and then I don't water for quite a bit because the roots will reach down and get the water. So yeah, use the double cup method. It didn't work for me. I tried it though, and I know I've seen it work because I think Broke used that, and his tomato plants were bigger than that when he took them out. So I know it's just me. Um, Out here in oh, you in Cali. The weather has been going up and down. It's ridiculous. Really? I think I've seen Precious finally able to plant a lot of stuff outdoors. She's been putting out a lot of content and she's in California. Um, but and then Juicing with Jay is in California. He's been harvesting cabbages, it seems like every other week. Yeah. Hi, Dime Drawer. Um, oh, happy birthday to your friend. Real. Did Rio say they were leaving? Oh yeah, they are. Have a good one, Rios. Hey, Urban. How you doing, sis? Happy Sunday. So yeah, I'm not gonna hold y'all, but seriously, look into those garden communities, those community gardens, if you're looking for more space to grow and you don't have all the space there, or maybe you don't want to not mess up. You don't want to take over more of your yard for gardening. Um, you can do it somewhere else. And like I said, a lot of times for free. So don't get caught up in the fact that it might cost you because it may not. So look into it, see what's out there. And sometimes it allows you to be a little bit more social as well. And most of those people ain't just sitting around talking because they got work to do, but they will help. They will give you advice. Y'all see me posting about my neighbors, the Asia couple that's next to me. I found out those people have 3 plots as big as the one that's next to me. And that plot is ginormous. It's like 6 times the size of the plot that I grow on. I'm not even being funny. And they have 3 of them. So what has come to my attention, because at first I think somebody suggested maybe they have a restaurant and that's why they grow so much food, which is a good point. Probably is. Could be. But I thought of something that sounded more like what it might be. I wonder if they have an Asian market, like an Asian grocery store, and they're growing all that stuff to sell out of their grocery store. That makes a lot of sense too. Just wondering. Don't forget, Fam and Cali producing tea. You know, I purposely didn't say it, but I'm gonna give him his props of none. So Fam says, but we have seen no proof that he is growing in Cali. But Fam is in Cali, and he says he's a master gardener, but I need to see proof. I'm just saying. But I purposely left him out and don't think his name didn't come to my mind because it did. We have 25 a year is nothing, Sylvia, in my mind. I'm not going to say that for everybody because it may be a lot to somebody, but to me, it's just that's nothing. It's nothing. That's going out to get a coffee and a breakfast sandwich in the morning. It is, sadly. Like a coffee at Starbucks is what, $8 sometimes. I don't like the coffee there, but I do like the chai tea. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go. Seriously. I hope everybody has a great week though. The mindset of the week. What's the mindset of the week? The mindset of the week is to grow food. Because we gotta eat. Y'all like, what? That is the mindset. That's today's mindset. My mindset is in gardening. So that's what we're going to do. 25 a year. You can't go wrong with how much you're saving in the produce section. 1000%. And it tastes better. You grew it. Not just because you grew it, but it just does taste better. So just grow. That's right, Sylvia. Grow. The only person in Cali growing is Juice with Jay. Well, Dave is in Cali. That's where it started. He's in Cali with Juice with Jay. Oh, that's right, Pooh Bear. Pooh Bear is in Cali. See, she ain't been posting lately. Yes, Pooh Bear is in Cali, so she is growing as well. But yeah, well, I knew what you was getting at, Urban, because I'm with you on that one, sis. What we do know is that Fam ain't doing nothing unless if he is, he needs to show it. I'm gonna stay hating on him. The way he hates on my watermelon that he ain't even seen. And it's healthy. Amen to that. Have a blessed one, y'all. Have a very productive week. Go check out Fifi because she over there. She's dropping something a live or premiere. Today is the 13th. Is that tomorrow or Tuesday? Can't remember if it said the 14th or 15th. I just said it to notify me when it goes. Cause she been in her homeland with the good fruit and been, hurting our feelings. Precious. I did say Precious though earlier. I did say Precious. Because she's been posting a lot of stuff lately. So tomorrow, check out Fifi tomorrow. Check out because she's done some shorts. So if you ain't followed, she's been doing some shorts on some of the stuff that she's been harvesting fresh off the tree. I mean, she shook was that a lemon? I can't remember now what tree you was shaking. I said, that tell you this is what you grew up doing. You ain't got time to be doing this little pretty stuff the adults do. As a kid, when you wanted the fruit from the tree, you shook the limb. She shook that tree and them fruits fell. I love it. But yes, y'all make sure y'all check out Fifi. Check her out because she's over there with the nice island fruits. The nice ones. That's sis. I loved every bit of it because I was like, see, that's what you do. You ain't got why we up here trying to cutie it? Nah, get that fruit. We just trying to eat. And that's what you did when you was growing up. You ain't had time for all that. Listen, shake them trees. See y'all. Everybody have a good week. I appreciate all of y'all.